Somatic self-leadership training is the overarching term that we give to all of the things that we teach within the Unshakable Man community. I guess the key here is to recognize that we aren't telling you how to be a man. We're not telling you what to do. What we're doing is learning to show up in a space and to learn through the experience of witnessing other men in their experience of their life. And so in the process of learning how to slow things down and to be vulnerable about what I'm really working with in my life, I create the opportunity for another man to witness me, right? Or to practice guiding me deeper into the experience of my own life. And when we do that, we automatically get inspired. And what this means is we get out of our head and egoic patterns in these areas that we get stuck and get into our bodies. And then when that happens, we automatically feel more clear, more connected, more confident. And when that happens, we get ideas. And so then we work together in our groups to build accountability partnerships and to take meaningful, open-hearted action in our life. And so the cycle continues. Then we show back up in the group and we continue to practice together. But what does somatic self-leadership training really mean? So to answer this, I'm just going to break down a definition of each of those words. So somatic. What does somatic mean? Somatic refers to the body, right? And emotions are physical sensations that happen on or in the body. Our feelings are our relationship, usually labels of the physical sensations that are happening on or in our body with our emotional vocabulary, or the vocabulary that we have available to us. And for a lot of men, our emotional vocabulary is stunted. It's all we have to say is, how are you feeling? Oh, I feel okay. We don't have a vocabulary to work with. So in our groups, when you witness a man checking in, you get to increase your emotional vocabulary because you get examples of multiple men slowing things down and describing their inner world, which I don't know what you're feeling and you don't know what I'm feeling. So that's one powerful way that we connect. So somatic refers to the body, the self, right? So in our practice, I am not my thoughts, I am not my roles, I'm not my responsibilities, I'm not my story, I'm not even my actions in life. I'm not my body. So what am I? I am that which is experiencing, or I am awareness. When you break it down into a physical practice and you actually go inward, what you'll notice is that you are these things. You're able to witness them or to be with them, right? And so I am that which is experiencing. And this is, again, something that we bring into our physical practice. We learn how to go into our bodies and how to be with the experience that's happening on or in our body instead of jettisoning away from it, right? And we learn how to do that in group, and I'll relate that to training at the end. So that's somatic, and then we have self, and then there's leadership. And so what is leadership? And so is leadership being closed off, angry, almost like militaristic and tough, going out and being this characterization of what we see maybe in movies, or we might have this story in our head of this image of a man that's toughing it out, gritting his face. Like, look at how I contort my body when I do that. No, that is not leadership. That's bravado. That's shielding yourself off from the experience of your life and pushing through. And at some times in our life, that is constructive. But when we do that, we're actually disconnecting from the experience of our life. And so really, what is leadership? Leadership is being courageous, okay? And courageous comes from the Greek word kur, which means heart, or to show the heart. And what we do as humans is we can appreciate how big a deal it is to truly be vulnerable and open. because of how scary and real that is. But when we are vulnerable, when we show open-hearted leadership, we create the opportunity to truly connect with the world around us. And that's the only way to truly learn, is to be vulnerable and open. And so then the final piece of this is training. And so when we refer to training, what we're referring to is actually physically showing up in an Unshakable Man men's group. And the ritual of checking in with the same group of men over a period of time and getting to practice together. So when we practice, what we're actually doing in these groups is we're creating a space in our life that we can slow down in and be with the other men. And the other men help hold that structure with us. And so somatic self-leadership training. That's just the overarching term that we give to all of the things that we practice here at the Unshakable Man. I hope that this explanation was helpful for you. And if you're interested and you're curious to try this out, we offer a 4-week fundamentals training. This course is 4 men's groups, all right? And we open enrollment for this at the end of every month. That's when we organize the next group, and we lead this together with a group of community stewards who are in our community. These are men who have been practicing in our community for over a year, and this work has been really meaningful for them, so much so that they've volunteered their time to support passing this work on to more men. And so when you go to unshakableman.com, you just click on there and you enroll. You're going to become a member of the Unshakable Man community, and a community steward will reach out to you, and then we'll get you organized and set up to participate in our next cohort, which will start the first week of the following month. I hope to see you in the community. My name's Chris Wilson. If you have any questions, just send us an email to team@unshakableman.com. Hope you have a great day.